Hello. I'm running a little bit behind. Not too bad. 3 minutes. That's not bad at all. Lordy, y'all. So, I'm kind of prepared. I'm better prepared than I was the first time, and less prepared than I was the very last time that I cooked live. But I've got a lot of things together already. I'm trying to get this apron done where it's not too tight. Okay. If you are joining us for the very first time here in this group, I've been going live cooking and showing you some of my favorite recipes, things that my family loves. I've also been trying out some new things in front of you, which is always fun because in my kitchen, that's what I do. Ever since 2020, I have been an expert experimenter in the kitchen, and now I share those things with you. So, I forgot to do not disturb. Hang on 1 second in case I get a phone call. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay, because if I don't do that, then somebody's going to call. And then it makes it stop and all the things. Okay, so I love to experiment. And I also love to take several recipes and put them all together to make my favorite way to make a certain dish. Love to cook, love to eat. And now that I am a rep for Pampered Chef, I love to share these products with you because they're so fun to use. Listen, you don't need any of this. You don't need any Pampered Chef things. I know that. I don't need them, but they're so fun. And some of these are really, really helpful in the kitchen. And if you're gonna buy them somewhere, you might as well buy them from me, right? So I'm just gonna give you some options and give you an opportunity to shop anytime during this live video. You can click the link that is on screen and you can go straight to my party that's open right now. And you can keep watching me as you're shopping if you wanna do that. There are also 2 more parties that are open. Another reason that I have this group is so that my friends who want to throw their own party, host a party with me, I put their links in this group and sometimes I go live for them. And there are 2 open parties. Judy, my sister, has a party that's open, and Lissy, my friend, has a party that's open right now. And their party links are in a post that is pinned in this group. Just find a little post that says open parties and it's gonna have everybody's party that's open, okay? So if you're watching this later, then you can also find whatever party you're looking for, it's in this group, all right? All right, so let's get started. Ooh, I'm hoping, I tried to plan it so that everything kind of gets ready at the same time. We're gonna try that. So let's start first on the meatloaf because it takes the longest. So if you did some shopping, and you have your things ready, then you can cook with us. Let me get my trash bowl right here. This is one of the little tips that I have learned and that I've shared with you guys before, but I keep a bowl close to me that I can throw trash in, scraps and trash, so that I'm not constantly running to the trash can. It's very, very helpful. Okay, let's see. Let's put this back up here. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so I am heating my oven. Actually, it just beeped right before I went live to 350 degrees. So you want that oven to be 350 degrees. I'm doing 2 pounds of ground beef. Listen, you can half this recipe if you want to and just do 1, but then you have to half everything else, okay? And sometimes I only do half a recipe. If it's just gonna be me and Paul and May, that's what I do. But for you guys, and Trey's gonna eat some, and I may share some of this with some friends that always say they want some of my meatloaf. I may take them a little care package. So I'm making a full recipe. You're gonna need 2 pounds of the beef. Okay, so that right there, and they recommend 80-20 for the meat. Usually I try to get one that's a little more lean when I cook, but I think that meatloaf needs that fat. So 80% is what I'm using tonight. All right, so the onions, let's cut this onion up. Let me find me. This is one of my Pampered Chef things that I love. In case you're new here and you haven't heard me talk about these, y'all, they are so easy to store. I store mine actually on the ground, on the floor, right beside my refrigerator. I have small sets too that sit up on my cabinet. They come 3 in a pack. A large one, a large pack, and a small pack. And they're so convenient because when you're cutting several different things up and you don't want the flavors to mix together, then you can just easily chop, throw it in the sink, wipe it off. So easy. You can put them in the dishwasher or wash them by hand. And they store so easy. Now, mine are getting old, and I'm going to have to replace them, but they're so inexpensive. I'm telling you, you need to grab you some. You will find tons of times that you're like, oh my gosh, I just need a clean cutting board really quick. Well, you'll have it. It'll be ready to go. This onion's got a weird little thing to it. Okay, so in the meatloaf, half a cup of yellow onion. This is a huge onion. Oh, I forgot myself. My little trash bucket right here. Half a cup. My onions are in my grocery store right now are huge. They are like so big. So I'm only going to need probably half of this onion. So I'm going to chop it. Now listen, you can cut your onion really fine if you want to. I kind of like large chunks. I just do because I like onion. I like the texture of an onion, but I do a rough chop. You can be as fancy, as fine, as meticulous as you want to be. Listen, you can even buy frozen onions or those onions that are already cut up in the refrigerator if you want to. I mean, in the grocery store that are already cut. You can absolutely do that. I love the process of cooking, and I love the process of prepping to cook. But I also totally respect and many times will do the shortcuts when I'm in a hurry. But I'm doing these onions just like this. Okay. Now this is the Cracker Barrel Copycat. This is where I got this recipe. The Cracker Barrel Copycat Meatloaf. And it recommends for you to cook these onions before you put them in there. You can. You can just saute them really fast in a little pan before you add it to the meat. I don't do that. I just leave them just like that. That's too many onions. We just need half a cup. Yeah. So it's literally up to you. Okay, there's a half a cup of onions. We're going to throw those right there. I think we need a few more. Because I love onions. We're going to put these in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. I'm going to set them right over here for now. Okay, so there's my onions. And let's do the Ritz crackers. So this calls for a full cup of Ritz crackers. And it takes about it's about a sleeve, guys. Now I do the small ones, and so I'm doing 3 of these sleeves right here. Let me show you the trick. You take it, let me show you when it hasn't been done. You do this on the full sleeve or these short sleeves. To crush them, just smash them together like that right there. Just like that. Before you open it, and they're already crushed. You can just throw them right in here. How cool is that? All right, so we're going to put that in there. I already did this one. Got a cup of Ritz crackers. Do the third one. And we're going to add eggs to this. And it calls for, I think, 2 eggs. I'm going to double check. I've got so many recipes in my head right now. 2 eggs whisked. Yeah, let me get 2 eggs right here. Get a bowl to whisk in. 2 eggs. And they cook better if they're room temperature. I didn't take these out of the refrigerator but like half an hour ago. But they do cook better. These are small eggs. They're not very large. I usually buy large eggs, but I wanted these cage-free. Okay, let me get a fork. I'm going to whisk the eggs together. And pour that in. All right, then we got to do, I'm double checking my recipe here. I got to do cheese, milk, and olive oil. So the milk is right here, and we're doing half a cup of milk. I'm double checking. Yep, getting all these mixed up. I've watched so many little shows this week. Where's my half a cup? Right here. Half a cup. Okay, half a cup of milk right there. And lid right here. We got to do cheese. And it calls for, I think, 1 whole cup of cheese. 1 cup of cheese. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to use this. Because it'll be easier to see 1 cup than to try to fill up 1 cup. Okay, that's a little more than 1 cup right there. I'm going to put the cheese in there. I do the finely shredded. You can do the chunkier cheese if you want to. It's all just going to melt into that hamburger meat. You can use turkey if you want to. Listen, I don't like ground turkey. I just don't. But if you do, then you can. All right. Now, the other thing was one more thing I need to do. Oil. Let's do olive oil. And it is half a teaspoon of olive oil. Can you read that, or is it backwards? I can't tell, but that is the recipe right there. In case you want to screenshot that, right there, you can screenshot it. Half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon. Where's my tablespoon? Right here. These are brand new to me. Brand new. Okay. I'll do half a tablespoon. These are Pampered Chef, and they like scoot. I'm not sure I like them yet, but it's really cool because you move this to the amount you want, and it just scoops out that much. I don't know, I've never used it before, but that's 1 tablespoon, so we're going to do half of that. Right there. Okay. Of olive oil. And I'm going to double check I got everything I need in here. Yep, all I need is salt and pepper. And then we're going to start mixing it together with this beef. All right, let me put this back over here. So we're going to use those eggs again with this other recipe. And salt and pepper. Salt. I didn't measure this. It didn't say how much, I don't think. Yeah, it said 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. But I'm going to eyeball that part. Okay. Go. All right. I'm going to mix all this together. Then we're going to add it to the hamburger meat. We're going to put this in this oven, y'all, and it's going to start smelling up this kitchen like pronto. In 10 minutes, whoo, Maisie's going to be back in here. All right, we don't want to overmix this. It needs to look like that right there. Let me go grab another bowl. Okay. Use this bigger bowl right here, and we're going to do me see. How much hamburger meat was that? Hold on. I'm going to double check. Well, I don't know what I did with the... I'm trying to remember this. I don't think I need all of this. That looks like more than 2 pounds. So I'm going to do like 1.5 of these, leave that much. See what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm not a very good role model when it comes to like measuring things because I eyeball so many things. Okay, now we're going to mix this together in this bigger bowl. The original copycat recipe called for bell peppers to do. I'm not a bell pepper fan. Now, Paul likes bell pepper. And the Cracker Barrel version, if you love the Cracker Barrel version in the store, then you know it does have bell pepper in it. I won't pick them out. I'll eat it. But if I'm going to cook it myself, I am not going to add it. But you can. Just dice it up like you do your onions. And you can saute them if you want them softer. I like my onions to stay a little chunkier, a little crunchier. All right, we're going to mix all this together right here. I don't know. I just feel like I need a little more salt. Because it's not as good if you have to salt it on the plate. So I'm going to add just a tad more salt. Hang on. Let me wipe my hands. A little more salt. This is fine salt. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's perfect now. If you want to measure it to be safe, then you can. But I just cook with my heart. Okay. That's good. It is mixed up. See how you don't want to over mix it? You want it to look like that. And if the onions and bell pepper were cooked, they'd be a little more brown or translucent. But you can see those onions in there. Okay, hold on. Let me get my hands washed. Real quick. I'm going to get my little pan here. This is the pan that I'm going to put it in. I'm going to cook it in this. This is Pampered Chef, and it's beautiful. It's like it's just a little baking dish. You can serve things in it. I use it as a cookie jar. I love it so much, but it is like the stone, like the pizza stone. It's stoneware, but it's enameled, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but it cooks. I braise meat in there. I roast like turkeys and things like that in this. It's like so nice. But I line it with parchment paper. Grab one. Put this right here. And we're going to put that right inside there. Okay. Put this right in here. Now I mash it down. Let me move this out of the way so I can show you. Whatever pan you're using, it doesn't have to be as deep as this. This meat is going to shrink just a little bit. But this is so pretty, and I wanted you to see how well it cooks in here. Okay, now here's what I do is at this point, before I put it in the oven, I go ahead and make a little trench in it for the glaze that we're about to make. And so I put the glaze, let me mash it down a little bit so it covers more of this pan. Oh, it's gonna be so good. But yeah, I do like a little valley. All right, just like that. Can you see it? All right. And we're going to put it in the oven. $350 degrees, uncovered. And we're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. Okay. Just so the glaze is ready, let's make the glaze now, and then we're going to start on the corn casserole. All right, let me think. Ketchup. Ketchup. Mustard. And brown sugar. That's all you need. Ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar. Gotta get a new thing of ketchup. Right? Get this right here, this little bowl. And we're just gonna start mixing together. There is a ratio. It might even be on that sheet of paper. It does say how much. I'm just curious because I never measure it. It says 1.5 to 3/4 cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. So just a little bit of mustard, 1 teaspoon of mustard, like 1/2 cup of ketchup. But I make a little extra because I like to use it after the meatloaf when you're serving it on the side. So we're going to do, like, that's about 1/4 of a cup. Let's do a little more. Okay. And a tablespoon of mustard. And then brown sugar. Oh, it's supposed to be a teaspoon of mustard and a tablespoon of brown sugar. So, I did a little extras, didn't I? So I'm going to stir this up. And if you like it sweeter, use a little more brown sugar. If you like it less sweet, then don't put as much brown sugar. Or put a little extra mustard or whatever. You can. This is one of those little toppings that you can do it exactly like the recipe, or you can play around with it. Believe it or not, I add no spice to this recipe. There's no heat. See it? I'm gonna taste that. That is so good. That's really, really good. All right, I'm going to set this to the side because we do not need this until later. Right, that part's done. Let me throw this away. We're going to put these back in the fridge. So are you a ketchup in the fridge person or ketchup not in the fridge person? Let's take a poll. Do you do ketchup in the fridge? Say yes or no. I'm just curious. Because at my house growing up, we did not put our ketchup in the refrigerator. But now I do. And I don't even know if Paul's family did it. But ever since I've lived on my own, ketchup has gone in the fridge. I can't even explain why or when that happened. But yeah. Okay, hamburger meat, we're going to store that later. Okay, now, this is a recipe I've never done before. So we're going to start on the corn casserole. I'm so excited. We have a great little restaurant in our town here in Nashville called Monell's that is like a family style dining, and you go in and you sit with perfect strangers. If you have a small group of people, you fill up an entire huge dining room table full of people. They bring whatever food they have cooked that day and you pass it around and you eat together. It is one of our favorite places to eat, one of our favorite places to carry our friends whenever they come to visit us. And they have a corn casserole that is to die for. I have no idea if mine is going to turn out like theirs. Hold on, I gotta get my quick cooker. I have no idea if it's going to turn out the same, but it's my inspiration. So we're going to try it. I will tell you that where I got this recipe, of all places, is from, do you remember the television show like Nashville? I think it was called Nashville Tonight. I think that's the name of it. With a little puppet called Shotgun Red. Do y'all remember Shotgun Red? I remember him. Today I was just on YouTube comparing all the recipes that I could find for corn pudding, just so corn casserole, corn pudding, whatever you want to call it. And so I was looking, and Shotgun Red had one. So I watched his whole video, and I liked the way he did it. He was entertaining, so I thought, that's the one I'm going to do. All right. Now, I think it only calls for 1 cup of whole kernel corn, so I think that I'm just going to cook 2 ears, because I think that will be, is it 1 cup or 2 cups? Hang on. Maybe it is 2 cups. It won't take that much more just to cook them all, so we'll cook them all. See, this is one of those things I should have done ahead of time. And sometimes my grocery store has them already shucked and silked, but this time it didn't. But I'm a country girl, and I don't mind a little silk in my corn. Anybody else used to the old-fashioned way of eating corn? It had silk in it. Sometimes you find a little piece of a husk in it. Okay. Do that. All right, I'm going to rinse these real quick in this. Get these out of the way. I'm going to rinse these just for good measure. Right there. Or this right here. All right, I'm going to rinse them. And then I'm going to put them in this bowl right here. With just a little water, like maybe a cup of water. Yeah, you don't need much water because this is going to be steamed. All right, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see my quick cooker. This is Pampered Chef. It is probably, I think it is, the very first Pampered Chef appliance I ever bought. I have had this thing for so long that they don't even make it anymore. So you're going to see my ring light that I've got set up here. But, see this right here? This is my quick cooker. And you can use it to steam, you can use it for quick cooking, you can also use it for slow cooking. But you just put your thing in there, my vegetables. Corn takes about 9 minutes to steam. And I just turn it to steam. I gotta put my glasses on because I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, to steam. And I make sure the time, I'm going to go down to 9 minutes and turn it on right there. And in 9 minutes, that corn is going to be done. Done, done, done. And in the meantime, I'm going to start mixing up everything else that goes in this corn pudding. I'm so excited and kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. All right, so let's do this. Got to put this away. And I'm going to wash this bowl right here. I'm going to to wash this bowl. Because I want to use this bowl. It's slippery. This is when I need a little sous chef, so they could be washing these while I'm cooking. And May loves to play it in the sink, but yeah, she has no follow through. Okay, that's good. Let's dry the bowl. Now I'm going to try to do this by memory, but I may have to refer to my little cheat sheet over here, because I wrote it all down as he was cooking it. I watched the video like 3 times. It's not difficult, and the next time I make it, it'll happen so fast, but this is just me learning. Okay, that corn I probably should have started earlier. I do that every time because that slow cooker has to warm up and then do it. Anyway, we're going to do this slow so that it works. All right, the first thing I'm supposed to do is get eggs. And I need 4 eggs if they're large eggs. He said if they're small eggs to use 6. That's what he said. So we're going to use 6. 6 eggs. All right. This, put that in my scrap bowl. 1. These are really tiny eggs. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. So that's 6 small eggs, and you can do 4 large eggs. Uh-oh, there's something on that one. It's hard to tell what that is because I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Something black. I want to make sure that it's... Well, these are cage-free, like, organic eggs. But I'm going to make sure that that's not trash. I think it's a bug, which is fine. It doesn't make me feel weird, but I really would rather not eat it. So we got it out. All right, so we're going to use those eggs. I'm going to get a whisk. Where's my whisk? I do not have a Pampered Chef whisk yet. It is on my wish list, and when I make my big order in June, it will be coming to my house. Get me a Pampered Chef whisk because it's so nice. I've seen them use them, and I want it so bad. And it's like very economical. It's not very expensive at all. But you just want to mix that just enough to where everything is the same color. Right there. And then the next thing that you do is you're going to put butter. And the butter is 2 sticks. I'm going to make sure that's right. Yeah, 2 sticks of unsalted butter that has been melted. I just remembered a step that I forgot. I'm supposed to do this ahead of time because this needs to be like back to room temperature, because you don't want this butter to be So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt it. Hold on. I'm going to see if 30 seconds will melt it without it bubbling. All right, we got to get half a cup of sugar. I'm going to get that together right now. Let's see. Remove this. Wash this out. Try this really good. Half a cup of sugar. I'll put this on. I'll type it out for you so you've got it if you're not following along and you're doing this later. Half a cup of sugar. Pour that in. See what this butter looks like. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it for just like, yeah, it's still kind of cool. So I'm just going to do it for like just a few more seconds to see if it'll get a little thinner, but I'm not going to let it melt down to get too hot. Let's do 15 seconds. 15 seconds. That's when I start this sugar in with the eggs. And we gotta do okay. Yep, that's gonna be perfect. Perfect. Because you don't want it to cook the eggs. That's why you don't want the butter to be hot. Okay, that's just like barely warm, so I think we're good. 2 sticks of butter. All right, we're going to pour that in. Right there. Mix that together. Now we're going to put sour cream in. I know. I didn't know what was in the corn pudding, the corn casserole. I had no idea. But it's got sour cream in it. So let's get the sour cream. Here. You double check the amount. It is 1 cup of sour cream. So this is 14 ounces. I gotta take the lid off. So it's 1 cup sour cream. Let's get the 1 cup right here. There we go. So it's almost this whole thing. This is like 14 ounces. How many ounces is in a cup? I don't know. We're gonna put that much right there. This. Let's put the sour cream. All right. Ooh, that smells good, y'all. And we got the sugar. Oh, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Vanilla. Okay, vanilla. Did I set my timer? How much time has it been? I forgot to set my timer. Somebody tell me. Nashville Now, that was it, yeah. Somebody tell me how long I've been doing this part. Because I didn't set my timer for my meatloaf. Let's say, shoot. It needs to go 30 minutes and then put the glaze on. I just set it for 20 minutes. Okay, let's put some vanilla in. It's supposed to be a teaspoon. That's more than a teaspoon, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh gosh, now it really smells good. Not sure that this, oh, this sour cream is in there. All right, that right there. That corn's got 9 more minutes. It's gonna be perfect. All right, let me make sure I got everything in here. Okay, what I didn't get today, I thought I had some, I didn't have some, I ordered some, and it didn't come in my shipment, is nutmeg. Now, I'm not a big nutmeg fan. My husband really likes nutmeg, so I was gonna put it in there for him. And that's what the recipe calls for, but I don't have any, so we're not gonna do it. But what I am gonna put in there is 2 cans of cream style corn. 2 cans. Okay, we're gonna open those. All right, 1. Let's get the other one. Style corn in, you're going to put the whole can in there, 2 whole cans of cream style corn. All right, put this up. I really think this is going to be good. And I think my family's going to love it because they love corn. Okay, now while I'm waiting, that corn has to cook another 7 minutes. And as that's going, let's see, I don't know this brown sugar. Where did I put the brown? Oh, that's with the other stuff. Hang on, let me put this away. Put this away. So I've got a little more room here to work with. What was I saying? Oh, my pans. We're going to get my pans together. So what we're going to cook this in is cast iron. These are the cast iron that I've gotten from Pampered Chef. This is the small one, and this is the large one. That's what we're going to cook the corn casserole in, because it is a 12-inch. And y'all, I'm so excited. It's been beginning to get seasoned really well. Because when it comes to me, it's pre-seasoned. When you buy these from Pampered Chef, they are pre-seasoned. But I'm telling you, these get better and better and better the more you cook in them and the less you wash them. You just wipe them out when you can. If you have to put some scrubbing on it, you don't want to put a lot of soap, if any soap at all. You just want to scrape whatever's in there out. Yeah, y'all. And it just keeps getting yummier and yummier to cook in it. All right, so I can't remember if he oiled the pan or not, but I am going to oil this pan just a little, and I'm gonna sit it over here on my stove so it can kind of warm up. Some recipes call for a hot skillet. I know if you cook like drop biscuits and stuff like that, it's good like to totally get this skillet really hot before you put it in there. This recipe didn't call for that, but I do think that being warm when you put it in there will make it better. So I oiled it just a little, and I'm going to sit it on the stove that is on top of my oven, so that it's not like completely cold when I put this in there. Okay, I gotta wait a few more minutes on the whole kernel corn to get done. So I'm gonna do that. So you can click that link right there that's on the screen and go to my party and go to shop, and you can see these cast irons and add them to your cart right now. Because they They didn't come from your grandma's house, but they cook like they came from your grandma's house. I promise you, you will love them. All right, while I'm waiting for that 4 minutes, let me go and empty this out. There we go. Dropped the eggs, of course I did. All right, so that's empty, ready to go again. And let's go ahead, while I'm waiting on that, let's cut the cabbage. Want to do that? Or, put these dishes away. Let's see. These here. I'm going to wash these up real quick, in case I need this. Let me bring this over here so you guys can help me wash dishes. Y'all want to help me wash dishes? So, has any of you, have you guys ever made corn pudding or corn casserole before? What do you think about this recipe that I'm doing today? Does it sound familiar? Are you like, oh Lord, she shouldn't have done that? I'm excited though. All right, I'm going to leave this right here. Let me wash these other two. All right. And what about the meatloaf? Have you tried that copycat version before, or do you have a special way that you make meatloaf that you'd like to share with the class? Because we are more than happy to experiment with whatever tips you have. I'll put that right there with this bowl. Okay. We'll wash the dishes up. My mama always wanted me to clean as I went. I always sucked at it. Like that. I'm putting this in the dishwasher. I do not want to wash that. I'm washing these because I think I might need them later. You never know. I don't have a lot of these size bowls, so. Right, 2 minutes left on my corn. There. This because I know I'm going to need this later. This is Pampered Chef. They have a little set that has a smaller one with it, or you can buy them separately. I want to get the small one. I love it. I love the rubber bottom because it won't slip around, and the rubber handles. I've enjoyed it so much. But sometimes you just need a smaller colander. Alright. Let's wash this one. Might need that to cut some fruit later. Wash the sponge out a little bit. 1 minute left on my quick cooker. Whoop, there it goes. It's less than a minute. Okay, now I'm going to, I'll turn this around so you can see. You can wait until the steam is like, it will start letting out on its own, or you can hit the button right here, and I'm going to show you, the steam will release on its own. It also automatically goes to a warming setting. So once it stops, it automatically starts staying warm, which I love because sometimes I forget. And then I don't want it to get cold in there. So it will stay and warm as long as you leave it. And if you want to turn it off, you just hit this X right here. because I don't need to warm it, and I'm going to release the steam. It will release on its own, but I'm going to release it. And so you just let that steam release, and you can wait for it or do that. And my chicken, sometimes I'll just leave it and let it warm for a little while so that my whole house doesn't smell like chicken. But there we go. All right, so I'm going to do that, let that release, and then we're going to add the corn to this. It's going to turn out perfect because this needs to go in the oven after that's been cooking for 30 minutes. But I've got one more ingredient here. All right, I'm going to get this. I'm going to use these little, they're microwave pot holders, but I use them for my quick cooker. They're perfect for using with a quick cooker. You take the lid off, and then I use these to lift that bowl out right there. And then I'm going to, let me put this lid back on there so it's out of the way. Right? Now we have to cut this corn off the cob. Listen guys, you can buy frozen corn and let it thaw and put in there. You can do cans of corn if you want to. I just love fresh corn, so that's why I did it this way. And so we're going to chop the corn in, let's do this bowl right here. This will be the perfect size because I don't think I'm going to need it all. All right, we're going to get a knife, 2 knives actually. I'm going to take one of these right here. Let's scoot this out of the way so you can see it. And I use a knife to pierce it and hold it. That's not going to work because I can't get down into it. Hang on one second. I need to use, hang on. Hold please. This will be better because I can reach all the way to the bottom of this corn. And I take a tomato knife because it's ridged. And I cut this off. Now there is a tool, and Pampered Chef has one, that will take these kernels off. I don't have it, but it's on my wish list. This works, absolutely works, but I do this a lot. And so I will probably add one of those to my basket in June when I make my big order. So if you do a lot of corn, you might want to investigate. Just use that link right there and just type in, you probably just type in the word corn in the search bar, and it will give you everything we've got in Pampered Chef that you can use when you are cooking or serving corn. All right. Yummy. This is going to be so good. Y'all, this is going to be almost perfect. Timing-wise. All right. And this, let's get this one. So my husband is a corn fanatic. He grew up in Illinois, literally in the cornfields. I mean, there's corn surrounding his little town. And so he is very, very picky about his corn. And it's so sweet where he comes from. The corn is naturally really sweet. And if our corn is not sweet enough, when I cook it, he adds sugar to it. That's how sweet he likes his corn. So I usually add a little Splenda or a little sugar when I'm cooking corn for him, because I just take for granted that if it didn't grow in Illinois yesterday, it's not sweet enough for him. Isn't that funny? But he's also a sweet cornbread guy. Ooh. So I've gotten used to it. The only kind of cornbread I make in this house is sweet cornbread. But it took me a minute to get on board with that. Okay, so I need 2 cups. I'm almost positive. Let me double check. Where did I put those little pieces of paper? What did I do with them? Y'all, did I throw away? No. Y'all, I scared myself. I thought I threw it away. Okay. 1 box. 2 cups of corn. 2 cups of corn. So we're going to do that right here. This is a 2 cup. It's for liquid, but we're going to use it right here. I'm going to use this right here. This was what sugar came in, so that's fine. So we're going to do, yeah, see, 2 cobs, maybe 3 cobs would have made it 2 cups. Probably so. But that is fresh corn, y'all, as fresh as you can get in our grocery store here. Okay, so that's 2 cups of corn. Let me move this out of the way. I'm just going to put that in a little bowl, and we'll eat that for another meal. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's put this in the sink. And let's put this in here, right there, and stir it up. Holy moly. I love trying new stuff. Do y'all? Is anybody cooking along with me? Or y'all just hanging out? And then the very last ingredient, except the nutmeg, because I didn't get nutmeg, is 1 box of this Jiffy cornbread mix. 1 box of that. Gotta cut it, because I'll make a mess if I don't. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna throw this in here. Okay. Okay. Now this may not be anything like Monell's corn pudding, but it's going to be good. I have no doubt that it's going to be delicious. Okay, that right there. So let me get my pan right here. This corn that's laying right here before I do that right there and step on it. Okay. Here's my skillet. I'm going to pour this in right there. And one other little tip or little thing that you can do. This is not, oh, y'all. I can't wait for it to get done. Okay, so what Shotgun Red said was to put just a little bit of sugar sprinkled on the top, so it'd be kind of like muffins, you know, those blueberry muffins that you can get, and they kind of have that sugar. And when I make desserts, actually the dessert I'm making tonight has a crystallized sugar on top. That's what's going to happen. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the top. Oh, yes. Does that not look like it's going to be a masterpiece? Yay! Putting it in the oven. Right. Put that right there. Okay. And I'm going to put the sugar up. And I'm going to get these little pieces of corn off the floor. That is my meatloaf. Let me get it out put it right here. This right here, and this is 30 minutes in, and that's when we put this ketchup, mustard, brown sugar, and I just drizzle it down the middle and then crisscross so that it just kind of drips down the side. So good. All right. So, can you see that? Now it needs to cook another 30 to 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do is that corn casserole is supposed to cook for 30 to 40 minutes. See how a plan just kind of comes together? So I'm going to set the clock for 30 minutes and check everything. Here we go. Uncover it again. Right there. And set it for 30 minutes. Yay. Okay. Put this right here. We may cook. We may wash some more things up in a second. But let's do this. Let's do the corn right here. Just trying to make some room. Okay. Now we're going to do cabbage. So let's get the cabbage. Beautiful, beautiful head of cabbage. Let me get another. See how easy? So good to have more than one of those, and it comes in a little package of 3. I'm going to get this knife right here and put the glasses on. All right. We're going to start by taking off these outer leaves right here. That one actually is pretty good. We're going to leave it. Put that in my trash bucket. And let's cut the end off. Right there. And let's do this. Let's cut it down the middle. Okay. And down the middle again. And into these quarters right here. Look at this. Put this in here. Let's cut that. All right. Let's do this the same way. We're going to cut it. Cut it again. Here, and let's rinse it. What are you making? Tony, I'm making meatloaf, and I'm making corn casserole, and I'm making stewed cabbage. And it's time to start the cabbage. So we're going to rinse this really good. Cold water. I'll move this one out of the way. Now, cabbage is one of those things, if you've never cooked it before, that really makes a lot of juice, a lot of pot liquor, as we call it. And it cooks down quite a bit. So I'm going to put, I don't know if this pan is big enough. I think I might need a bigger pan. I think we're going to use this pan. Right here. We're going to use that pan. Just to be safe. Okay, so I'm going to put my cabbage. Yeah, I needed this one. It is going to cook down quite a bit, but it wouldn't have fit in that other one. So I'm leaving my cabbage whole like this and let it break apart as it cooks. I don't know. I love when I eat cabbage and all the pieces are not cooked the same degree. Does that make sense? Like when I'm eating it, some of it's really soft and melts in my mouth, but then some of it's crunchy. Am I weird? But that's what I love. If you cook it like that, I'm coming to your house for dinner. And that's the way I try to cook it. And leaving it together like this kind of makes that happen. All right, so we just need a little bit of water. Like seriously, this is a cup. I'm gonna put a cup of water and start cooking it. And if I think I need some more, I'll add some more. You know what? I'm gonna do a cup and a half. I'm gonna do a cup and a half of water because it needs to start really steaming. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on the stove and turn it on. Here, let's see. Let's do this. Let me see if this will reach. Hold on. I've got this phone plugged up because I used it today and didn't. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this. Y'all, I'm gonna get a better setup. I promise. This kitchen is so much better than my other kitchen as far as like the room that I have. But can you see me? Let me see. I tell you what. Let's try unplugging it for right now so I can scoot it a little bit further. That works. Okay. So, yeah. I'm gonna turn this on high because I want it to really come to a boil quickly so it can start steaming and cooking down, and then we can add more water if we want to. Okay, we're gonna add salt and pepper. I use like my sea salt. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is one of my very favorite things. And I know some of you guys are like, that's too much salt. No, I promise you it's not. There's something about cabbage that needs a lot of salt. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's gonna be so yummy, okay? And then let's put some pepper. All right. And you know what else I'm gonna add? Yeah, I didn't even think about it till right now. I think I even put it on this. And then I forgot. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to do some of this bacon that I've saved. Yeah. Just a little bit of this bacon right here. I'm going to throw it. I have this bacon that I have left over the last time I did Brussels sprouts. Put this in here for just a few seconds. And so I went ahead and chopped it up into pieces, and I put it in small little bags so that I could use it for times like this. So we're going to put this little small serving of bacon. I don't want it frozen though. I want it to be. Let's see. There we go. Put that in there. Oh, it's going to be so good. Okay, that's salt and pepper. It's really good. Let's put this in here. We're going to let that boil. I'm going to put the lid on it. Then we're going to just stir it every now and then. So excited. Let's see. That says 52 minutes. Why does that say 52 minutes? Did I have another timer going? I did. Y'all, I've lost my mind. Okay, we're going to turn this off. And we're going to do it for 25 minutes. Make sure that there's not one going out. 25. Yeah, I think what happened was I didn't turn it off, the first one. I don't know what I did. But anyway, 25 minutes. Okay, it's beginning to... Oh, yes. See that bacon? Just a little bit of bacon. I'm gonna put that in there. Throw this away. And I'm gonna get one of my pointed spoons. These little wooden spoons from Pampered Chef are so nice. They come in different little lengths. And then this little point is really good for dishes like this that you need to like move around and pull apart. Yeah, it's really, really good. I'm gonna get this bacon stirred around so it's not all in one spot. Oh, y'all, it's gonna be so good. Turn. All right. Just like that. Let me get the lid. Okay, we're gonna put the lid on and turn it down just a little. You still want it to kind of roll for a little while, but you definitely don't want it to get without water. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, I'm turning it down just to like a medium high. It's not all the way on high. My numbers are like high, then number 8, and I've got it on 8. Okay, but I'm gonna watch that really, really closely. Okay, now clean up a little bit with me real quick. Does anybody have any questions? I'm gonna put this away. Anybody got any questions while I'm kind of cleaning up? Because we're gonna start on the sweet stuff. Gonna start on the sweet. Anybody questions? Okay, I'll put my scissors away. I'm going to pull this shade down. All right, trash. All right, we'll throw this trash away. Throw my corn cobs in here. Right here. I'll throw it in the trash. So that's empty and ready to fill up again. Okay, put this over here. I don't think I need any of these bowls. I don't for the dessert. So we're going to put all these in here. Some of this can go in the dishwasher, but some of it I don't need to use. Let me put this away. I'm going to clean this cabinet really well and clean my knives really well. Okay, this, I need 1 egg. That's all I need. I'm going to put that right there. Put these eggs away. Then I'm going to clean the cabinet. This is from my wellness store. Y'all, if you have not gotten switched over to the non-toxic cleaning stuff, we need to have a conversation. Seriously, message me right now. And say, hey, tell me about where you get your non-toxic cleaners, because I love them. You can spray it around your food. Spray it around your babies. And it will not hurt them, it will not hurt your lungs. Anyway, this video is not about that, but seriously, we need to get you hooked up on it. All right? Washing my little knives in case I need these knives. And let's prepare the fruit for the fruit tarts. Do this. It's Let's use this one. This is one of the small ones. Let's see what I'm going to do. I got blackberries. I got peaches. And I've got red pears. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to wash my little blackberries real quick. I need them to go in this bowl right here. I'm going to put them in here and wash them with, nope, that's not it. Just a little bit of this. Let me put water. Now this is also from my wellness store. This is like the fruit and vegetable cleaner. Just need just a little bit in the water and let it sit for like 30 seconds. And it gets, if there are any pesticides or anything like that on here, any little bugs in there, it's going to clean all of that out. I mean, I never was one to do this, and I saw a documentary about what's on your fruits and vegetables. And now I'm like, yeah. All right, I'm going to check the cabbage real quick. Check my cabbage. Holy moly, it's smelling so good. Can y'all smell that? I wish y'all could smell that because it's so good. Okay, just need to sit in there for like 30 seconds. Let me get this right here. Pour it through here. And then you rinse it off. Alright, so that's the blackberries. I'm going to leave those right there to dry a little bit. And let's cook. Let's cut these pears and peaches. Let's just do, well, I guess we could go. Let's do one of each and see how it goes. All right, this. I gotta get my glasses. Where are my glasses? Right here. We still having fun? All right. Peach. Wow. That pit is like soft. Are they making new peaches nowadays without the hard pits? That's weird. Y'all, that's the pit of that peach. That's weird. All right, I'm going to cut it in the, again, down the middle. Cut it down the middle. Let's get this knife and cut out that center part right there. Yeah, it's just like the pit did not develop or something. It's really weird. Try not to cut myself. These knives are so sharp. All right, trash bowl. I have to cut both of them. Trash bowl. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I decided to do peaches, pears, and blackberries. Let's go do this other one. Because we will eat it. Yeah, see, I can tell this pit is like normal. It's supposed to be able to just twist it. Yeah. I'm not strong enough. Not strong enough. There we go. Yeah, same way. Look at that. That's so weird. Makes you think it's been like engineered some way. Scary. All right. So what we're making are the fruit tarts. The first time I made them with pears. And I have experimented with different fruit. The strawberry, I didn't like the way the strawberry melted into the dough. I didn't like that very much. So I probably won't ever do strawberry again. But if you love strawberry, you might like the way it did. I've never done blackberry before. And I've never done peach before because they've never had good peaches. I gotta get this out. I need to quit talking to you guys because I do not want to cut myself. I've gotten in a bad habit of cutting my fingers lately. I don't know if that's an old lady thing or what, where you're not paying attention, but I've had to start wearing my glasses, like really paying attention. That's really scary. Okay, so there's the peach right there. Let's go ahead and, what was that? Oh no! Y'all, I dropped my egg on the floor. Shoot! Boo! I better get it right now or I'm going to forget and walk right into it. Hold on. Oh, I made a mess. Woo. This is when I'm so glad that Paul is not here because he would be rolling his eyes. Getting this off the floor right now because I don't want to forget. Okay. Good enough for now. Okay, I got another egg out here. Now, let's do we got the peaches done. I'm going to put these in here with these blackberries right here. I'm going to leave them together like that. And we'll chop them again. Let's check this cabbage. Hang on. Hold on. Yes. I'm going to add just a little more water because I want some more juice. I want just a little more pot liquor in it. It has plenty. It's not running out of water, but I just think I want more. Alright, so I added probably another cup of water. Okay, let's cut up the pear. Let's see, I can't remember what a pear is like on the inside. Okay, it's just like the seeds in the middle, like that. All right, let's do this. Let's leave this beautiful red skin on it and see what it looks like when we cook it instead of peeling it. Okay, cut this part out. Right in the trash bucket, right here. How's everybody doing? Doing good? We're round in third here. Round in third base. There's probably a better way to do this. I'm sure, I haven't even looked. Pampered Chef may have a fruit and vegetable core that will take the core out. That would be amazing. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and cut this one too. We're going to go ahead and cut it because anything I don't use I can put in a little glass container in the refrigerator and me and May will snack on them in the next couple of days. Alright, can you see? Sorry, I had that in the way. Alright, let's get these seeds off. Seeds off. Right. Right here. Right here. I think Trey is coming over. I told him you guys would love to see him. I told him he could come help me cook, but He had to go get his tire. He had to buy new tires today, a couple of tires for his car. So he did that today, and I said, why don't you run by here? I'm cooking live, so I'm going to have a wonderful meal. He said, I will come by and get some of that later. Okay, so our fruit is ready. Our pears, see our beautiful pears, our peaches, and our blackberries. Just going to put that right there. And I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Put these back here, these back here, and trash that. And make sure this cabbage is going to be okay. Stirring it up. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. Now, what comes next is getting the dough ready. Getting the dough ready. So the first thing we're going to do is get a little bit of flour. And you can use this, you can put it right on your cabinet. I'm going to use this just as the cleanup will be a little bit quicker. So I'm using this. Pampered Chef has one of these. I don't have it yet. It's on my wish list. This is one I got at Target. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on here. Just a little flour. And we're going to use puff pastry. Right here. Let's cut this open. This usually has 2 sheets. I think it has 2 sheets in it. Yep. Nope. Is it? No, 1 sheet. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's do this. Let's put this right here. And let's cut it one time with our pastry cutter. I'm going to cut it in half so I can do one section and then do another section because I want to roll it out pretty thin. Alright, so you want to put a little flour on your rolling pin. I cannot wait. I've already got it in my basket to get the Pampered Chef rolling pin. So it's going to have some more flour on it. Hang on. Put that on the side right there. So I can dip into it. Okay. Roll this out. You want to kind of try to stay even with it because we're going to cut it into rectangles. And so the more you can keep it in a rectangle shape, the better and easier it will be on you. Okay. And I get it fairly thin just so it goes a long way. And this is going to puff up. All the way to the edge. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to pull it this way a little bit. A little bit this way. It doesn't have to be a perfect rectangle. I mean, it can be, but it's going to taste so good. And I kind of like it when it's a little irregular. It just looks more homemade to me. Okay, now, this is the fun part. Hang on. Right here. This is my Pampered Chef baking sheet with parchment paper. Right there. Now we're going to cut this into little rectangles, okay? This, like this. I'm going to do one more right there. Okay. And then, let's cut sorry. I should have done it the other way. I've just got stuff everywhere. I'm going to cut these edges so that it's a little more straight. There we go. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. That's on the edge and it didn't cut very good. I'm probably not supposed to eat that, but I do. All right, we're going to put this on the pan, just like that, like that. Just like that, see that? And you can make them different sizes. I usually make them a little smaller than that, but I'm gonna use this beautiful fruit and I want plenty of the fruit on there. So let me get the other pan. I gotta get another piece of parchment paper. All right, this one right here. These two. There. Right there. Now, let's put the other. This right here. Let's do this section. Y'all, everything is coming together. Right, I got both of my towels right here. Okay, let's roll this out. So we're going to end up with 9 of these, I guess. There's 3 on each thing. So we'll have enough to have 2 of each fruit. I'm going to cut this off right there. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to do 1. Right. Alright, so we'll put this one right here. Too long. Okay, and then we're going to use these a little later. So let's cut this fruit. Let me see if I can stack these. Hang on, see if I can get these. Like that. I'm making a mess. It wouldn't be Joyce's cooking if I didn't. Let's do, there's 6. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, 2 of each. So let's get this knife and let's cut the ends off these pears. I forgot to do that. Cut the ends off and let's cut these pears. Glasses, Joyce, glasses. Do not cut your fingers off. All right. Let's cut this one. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to get the sizes just right. I know what I want them to look like. I know some of you girls are wincing at my knife skills because it's terrible. That's one thing I really would like to learn, is the actual correct way to use a knife, because I've never been taught that. It probably would be safer. Let me turn this off. And I'm going to look at the meatloaf real quick. Woo, wait, y'all. Okay, I'm going to cook it for 10 more minutes because I think both of the things need 10 more minutes. So let's do the timer again. 10. And last step for the cabbage. You've got two choices. You've actually got three choices. You can put a little oil in it. You can put a little butter in it. Or you can do like I do. Don't come at me. But when I cook cabbage, I put Crisco in it. Because that's what my mama put in it. And that's what tastes right to me. So, I'm going to put Crisco in mine. It doesn't take much, and you want it to be cooking a while before you add this. But this puts that glisten on it. I put like maybe a tablespoon. I'm going to throw that in there. Yep. Oh my gosh, y'all. Now it does need some more water. Oh, and it's going to be so good. Where's my glass? Where's that glass I just had? We're going to get another glass. This is why my kitchen, it takes me so long to clean up at the end. All right. All right, we're going to turn that on low. Turn the cabbage on low and just let it keep steaming. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these pears and we're going to put them, they're too big. You know what, I didn't cut these exactly right, but you know what? It don't matter. I'm going to get the smaller pieces, like this right here. Right? We're going to make this work. Ain't no hill for a climber. It's a fruit tart. I mean, you can't mess it up. All right, and then let's do some peaches. Let's do this right here. I'm so excited about it. Peach is one of my favorite things, like peach cobbler, peach ice cream, peach everything. I love peach flavor. And so they've never had peaches in the grocery store when I made this dessert. And so I've never gotten to put peaches on it, but we're about to. Let me get this other one right here. Gotta put these peaches on this one. I think I need more on each one because these peaches are a lot smaller than the... Okay, stay right there. Let's get another peach. I'm so excited about this. Let me get this little yellow knife. Hold on. I think this might be easier. Right here. Yeah. Oh yeah. I should have been doing that with everything. Okay. Put more peaches on here. So I put 4 slices of pear, but I'm going to put 5 slices of peaches. Maybe 6. I better not. Okay, so that's the peaches. Now let's do the blackberries. Blackberries, I'm just going to pile them in a little pile right there. Just like that. How about that? It's going to be so pretty. I love blackberries. Blackberries are the fruit of my childhood, y'all. We didn't have peach trees, apple trees, anything like that, but we had wild blackberries. And, I mean, I can remember making myself sick eating blackberries. I need to put a few more. Just because I want to. Okay, so that is 2 blackberry, 2 peach, and 2 pear. These are going to be beautiful. If you have not seen these yet, you just wait. All right, so I'm going to set them to the side. I'm actually going to put them right in here. Right here. And I'm going to clean all this up right here so I can sit out my dinner. I'm going to put it all right here so we can all see it and taste it. All right, I've got to move. Let me see if I've got, I don't have another baking pan. I don't even own any other baking pan. Maybe that should be on my wish list too, is to get another set. Maybe get a cookie sheet that's got the edges on it or something different. I'll put the Crisco up right there. And then I've got to clean this off so I can get that. Oh, there's the egg. I need to keep that egg where it doesn't break like I did before. And throw the rest of my trash away. Okay. Let's see. Let's gather this. Put all this right here in the sink. Put this away, and this and this and this and this. Let's put the flour away. And actually, I think I'm just going to take this dough right here that we didn't use. Instead of trying to cook another set, I'm going to put this in a bowl. And as long as it's airtight, you can use this again later. And put that right there. We can make another dessert tomorrow or the next day. So I'm going to put that in the fridge. And I'm going to put that fruit in a bowl. But look how easy this cleans up. Just roll it up. And we're going to put it in the sink just like that. Easy peasy. Should probably wash these scissors this time. Okay. That. This. It is about time to look at everything, y'all. All right, make my fruit. Let's do that. Let's see. Have you seen my, if you've been here for a while, you've seen me talk about my Pampered Chef glass containers, these storage bowls. Nothing like it. I have some other glass containers like this that I got at IKEA. They're fine. They're fine. They work fine. But these are very, very special. They seal off so well. They keep everything so fresh. So I'm putting all of that fruit right there. We will use that tonight or tomorrow. Ooh, I can make a yummy smoothie with that. Okay. Let me get this flour off of here. There's my glass that I was looking for. I'm going to put the salt and pepper away. Look at this. Holy moly. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this bowl. I don't think you can get this one anymore, but this was Pampered Chef. I think they've just changed colors. But this is considered a serving dish, but you can bake with this. You can put this in the microwave or in the oven. You can store things in it if you wanted to. Like, you could put fruit in that and put it in the fridge or on your cabinet. I put fruit in it a lot on my cabinet, a lot. It's just beautiful. That's what I'm going to pour the cabbage into. All right, I'll go ahead and do that now. Let me find this right here. Y'all, are you ready? Are y'all ready? This cabbage is gorgeous. All right, look at that pot liquor. Can you see the little glistening bubbles. Can you see it? Y'all, that makes me so happy. So, so happy. All right. Be really careful so you don't do what I just did, smash it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that makes me so stinking happy. Right there. That bowl was almost not big enough. Look at that. Let me just tell you, the salt was perfect. Hot. That is beautiful. Look at that cabbage. Oh, it smells so good. Yep. Okay. Now let's get what you want to see next. Let's do the meatloaf next. All right, we're gonna put the meatloaf right out here by the cabbage. Whew, have mercy. Let's do look. Oh, it's sliding off. Okay, that's the meatloaf. Right there. All right. Y'all, this cast iron is like so hot. I'm gonna put this right here. I should probably put one for this one too, but I didn't. All right, here we go. All right, I'll put this right here. Look at that. Okay, I need to check this and see if it is good. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Right here. All right, it looks kind of wet. No, it's good. It just is moist. Y'all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand it. That is a beautiful, beautiful meal. Okay, let's see. I really, really, really want to take a picture of this, but I only have my phone. So I can't like take a photo before I taste it, but that's okay because we have to taste it. But I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit, and I'm going to turn the oven. These little pastries need to cook at 415 degrees. So I'm going to start my oven warming to there. So let's turn this off and start the baking and do it for 415 degrees. All right. So I got to warm that oven up to 415 degrees, and those pastries only have to cook for like 15 minutes. Yeah. It doesn't take long at all. So let's, oh my gosh. I do need to let this cool down just a little bit. And that meatloaf is supposed to like rest for a little bit. I'll put this here. And I'm gonna get these. Back in here. And we're gonna make an egg wash. So the little egg whose little friend got dropped, we're going to put it in this little bowl right here. All right. Throw the shell away. And mix this up. And you just want to put a little bit of an egg wash on these pastries. All right, right another one of those little tools that I have from Pampered Chef that I use more than I ever thought I would. Because I got it as a free gift and I thought, and it went to my drawer, and then all of a sudden, I use it all the time. I use it for pizzas. I use it for this egg wash right here. I'm telling you, you will be so surprised. When you want to oil like a cupcake pan, it's perfect for making sure that the oil is all the way around the pan, or butter, melted butter. Yeah. So we're just like painting this egg onto the pastry. All right. Doing this one. Yep. Because that's what's going to make it crisp up. Okay? I'll do the other one too, but I'm going to get my sugar in the raw. I use my sugar in the raw right here to sprinkle on it. Let me show you what the egg wash looks like. See, it's just like spread around on there like that. And then I sprinkle the entire thing with this sugar in the raw. I let it get on the fruit and all around the pastry. And again, you can do just a tiny bit of it. You don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. But I love that little bit of sugary crunch. And you can do a lot of it if you want to. I just kind of sprinkle a little bit on the pastry and a little bit on top of the fruit. Okay. Now let's do the other one. I thought I was the most excited about the peach. Y'all, these blackberries are calling my name. Ooh, I cannot wait. Maymay's going to have to fight me for these blackberry ones. Okay, right here. These are really large, by the way. I shouldn't have cut them this big. But we're going to see. I might like them this size. They're going to be gorgeous. I know that. Okay, this peach one. All right. Then put the sugar. Oh yeah, these blackberry ones, it's gonna be my new favorite. And blackberries are gonna be so fresh all summer long. What I need to do is go down to my mama and daddy's. I'm actually gonna be down there in June and see if I can pick some wild blackberries, if they're still having fruit. Okay, 415 degrees for 15 minutes. We're throwing them in the oven. Throwing them in there. Okay. Now, put this down in here, because I'm done with that. Put this away. We're fixing to taste this food right here, y'all. Are y'all ready to taste this food? I'm putting these on because this is still so hot. All right, this is the corn casserole right here. Corn pudding, corn casserole, whatever you want to call it. It looks amazing. It smells even better. I'm gonna try that right now. Let's get a spoon, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna hold this since it's this cast iron skillet, and that's gonna hold heat for a while. Can y'all see this? Let's just do this right here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, look. Does that not look amazing? I'll tell you what, let me get me a little plate. Hold on. Let me get a plate. That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on a plate right here. Just a little bit of that. And then I'm going to scoop this out of the way. And let's get meatloaf. Let me grab. I'm going to do this. And I don't have like a, I don't think I have a pie thing. We're going to cut it with a knife like this right here. I'm going to cut the end, which is my favorite part. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm going to take this little spoon right here. I'm going to show this to you just like that. Look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's look at the inside. Let me hold it on this side right here. You ready? That's the inside right there. See what I mean? That onion is cooked to perfection. If I'd have cooked it ahead of time, it would have just melted into the beef. I want that solid onion. Yes, please. Can you see that? That looks so good. Okay, I'm going to put that on the plate. Right there. Put that right beside that corn pudding. Corn casserole. I keep saying corn pudding because that's what they call it at the at Monell's. All right, and let's try this cabbage. All right, I kind of need to put my plate back right here. And we're going to get this cabbage. This has probably cooled off a little bit more than the other just because this pan was not hot. But that is the cabbage. Let me get a little more of that. It's got that bacon in it. You see it? Isn't that gorgeous? See how it's glistening? Y'all, that's that Crisco. Now, butter will make it shiny. Oil will make it shiny. But there's something about that Crisco. Don't hate. Sorry, that was May's alarm for her medicine. I gotta go give her medicine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on my plate and we're gonna move everything kind of out of the way so you can just let your mouth water for a second while I go give her medicine. I'll be right back and we'll taste it. Okay, now she's coming in here because she is going to eat some of this. All right, let's take a taste. Let's do the meatloaf first. I know I love this meatloaf because I eat it a lot. I cook it. I mean, I used to cook it once a month. I haven't cooked it in a while. That's the meatloaf. Maisie, you're going to love this. Go over there and stand up. Right there. Stand up and come here. You need to try this. Stand up. Okay, let's do the cabbage next. I've already taken a little bite of this. So I'm going to take another bite. Come right over here. Let me see your hands. That's warm. Don't touch that. So right here. I'm standing right here. I'm going to move this out of the way because it is really, really hot. Okay. I know oh, you're so excited. And then, you want to be the first one to try the corn chowder? I mean the corn pudding? Want you? Let me see how hot it is. Hang on. It's not too hot. Oh, y'all. That is so good. Okay, you want to try it? Here, try it. You want to take it with you? You don't want to try it? You want to eat it yourself? You want on the table over there? Okay, go. I'll get you a plate. I'll cut this up right here, and you can have this plate. Y'all, that. There's something that is not, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Here, have a seat. And I'll move this table. Sit right there. But it is, I mean, I don't know if I want it any other way. It doesn't feel like the corn pudding at my nails. It is definitely a corn casserole. And my husband is going to want to renew our vows. He's going to want to renew our vows when he tastes that. That is, sorry, mate, I'm going to have to dip you another plate. Okay, hang on. Let me do this. I'm going to move this phone. Move this out of the way. I'm going to sit this right here. I'm going to move this. Oh my goodness, yes. It's right here. And let me put some more stuff on the plate because you're going to need some of this corn casserole. I'm going to cut up this cabbage. Let's cut it up so it's smaller so you can eat it easier. Yep. I'm going to cut up that meatloaf. She doesn't usually like steak, and even she doesn't really like beef in her spaghetti. She'll eat pork chops sometimes, like pieces of pork chop. The meatloaf is one thing. She will eat it up. But this corn casserole, she's about to fall in love right here with this. Oh yeah, and it's crunchy around the sides because of that cast iron. Woo, amazing. Okay, let me give this to her. Now listen. Oh, I got some pepper. Oh my goodness. I got some pepper, Maisie. Let me get you a cup. Let's get you a drink. Let's get you some water. Sorry. Y'all, I got a piece of pepper out of that cabbage that tore me up, sorry. Give her this water. There we go. Okay, so here's the recap. Oh, shoot, hang on. You know what I didn't do, because I was so excited about tasting this, I didn't set the timer for the pastries. But I can tell you right now they're ready. So hold on. Let me move this out of the way. I tell you what, I'm just going to put it on the oven. Turn this off so it stops cooking. I'll put this over here. Over here. I'll leave the casserole where it is. And we're going to get this. Right here. Oh, Maisie, you haven't seen what I cooked for dessert. You are, uh-oh. Forgot your fork. She's just being so patient. There you go. Eat it up, baby. All right. I'm going to put it on here. Let me scoot this back a little bit. So maybe you can see this better. Can you see it? Because you're about to see these gorgeous, gorgeous fruit tarts. All right, Maisie. She's going to squeal as soon as she sees me open this oven. Look, Maisie. Oh, look at that. Okay. Get this. This. All right. I'm going to put this right here in 1 second. Let me get my... Let's see, what did I do with the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, this right here. Okay, so we're going to hold this with one hand. And I'm going to put the pears right here. Oh, let's do a peach right there. Maisie, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And let's do blackberry right here. Look at that. Y'all, that is gorgeous. Can you see them? Holy moly. Okay, now let's do this. These are stackable. You can buy them individually, or you can buy the set. I got it as a set, and I use them. I never use just one. With cupcakes, cookies, and you see I need both of them for this. Yeah. Just grab the set. You can get that same link if you're just tuning in. You can get that link on the screen there while I'm live. You can go and you can still hear what's going on here in my kitchen and do some shopping. And you can find these stackable cooling racks. Oh, amazing. Do these not look so yummy? We'll put this here out of the way. And this right here out of the way. And let's look at these. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, look at that. That's the one that's got the pears on it. Right there, that's the red skinned pears, the red pears. They actually kind of turned brown. They're gorgeous. And here's the peach. That's the one that I thought I was the most excited about. And I am very excited about it. But y'all, this blackberry, this one is even prettier. It stayed a little more flat. It didn't puff up as much. Look at that. Would you look at that? Is that not beautiful? Blackberries are my favorite. That's the fruit of my childhood right there. I cannot wait to tear into that. Yep. So delicious. Okay, so I know we've been on here for 2 hours. And most of you probably left already. And some of you haven't even watched yet. And so, I mean, like, there's a lot of people that are going to be watching the replay. And I'm so glad that you guys take advantage of the opportunity to watch it later. Get your grocery list together and make some of this because it is yummy. And if I wasn't talking to y'all, I could have got it done a lot quicker. But even if it takes you an hour, it is worth it. It is worth it. So, get you these stackable these stackable cooling racks. Grab you some cast iron. I'm telling you, and you may have some cast iron that you love. And if you do, you may not need any more cast iron. But if you don't have some, this is the best that I've ever done. Except I have one old pan, but it's tiny. And it cooks perfectly, but it's about that big around. And so these are the only ones that I have that are big. I use them all the time. Comes in, 2 or 3 different sizes. The stoneware that I cooked my meatloaf in is absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you the lid right here. And this comes in several different loaf pans and little bowls and all that stuff. But look at that pretty lid. It goes right on top of it. I'm going to move these out of the way. I just don't want to knock them off my cabinet. Let me feel. It stays warm for a long time. Beautiful. I use this for a cookie jar a lot. And muffin jar. It sits, May knows if this is on the cabinet, there's something yummy inside of it. But it's absolutely gorgeous. You can put this in the dishwasher. I usually wash it by hand, but you can put it in the dishwasher. It cleans really well, and it is gorgeous. Heavy duty, beautiful, beautiful. And if you don't have any good cookware, invest in some good cookware. Because I love my frying pans. I love my pots and pans that I have. I'm adding to that a little bit along. My quick cooker. They have a new quick cooker now that is amazing. They have a new air fryer that's brand new. I don't even have it yet. It's so, so good. The griddle. Go back and watch some of the other videos that I have in this group because I use that griddle to make quesadillas. You're going to want that griddle. It's so easy to clean and it cooks. It's good. It's so good. If you have a party with me, if you host a party with me this month, you can get anything we've talked about, including the appliances, 60% off. You get to choose one item 60% off when you host a party and you have sales of $200. If you have friends that want to buy a few things, you have a few friends that buy a few things and get to that $200 mark, then you can pick out anything in the store 60% off. You can get that new air fryer for like $169. Crazy town. You like that cabbage, don't you, y'all? She is chowing down on that. Oh, I know we're going to have some of these in a minute. Yeah, if you want to host a party. And when you host a party, then they're going to be able to come into this group and watch all these lives, maybe even catch one when we're actually going live. And I will have your party posted here in this group so they can click on it and go buy the things that I talk about. And yeah, you can get some free product. You can get some product for a big discount. All kinds of good perks for hosting a party. Or just click on my link if you need some. What do you want? You want some more of that corn pudding? Let me have your plate. Let me see. She wants, look y'all, she ate a little bit of everything. Okay, I'm going to get you a little bit more because those were like tiny little portions, okay? Let's see, we'll get that. More meatloaf too? Okay. And more meatloaf right there. Let's cut that up a little bit. And let's get some more cabbage. We'll put some cabbage on there. Oh my goodness. There's some more cabbage. There you go. I'm so glad you like that. Yeah. And just go in there and start building you a little cart. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments here or private message me here in this group. Yeah. And let's get some Pampered Chef in your kitchen. All right, did y'all have fun tonight? Give me a big bunch of hearts. Just hit the heart button if this is fun. I love doing it, but if you guys aren't having fun, me and May can do it without turning the camera on, and we have fun without y'all. But it is a lot of fun to come on here for you guys. Let me see. Is anybody asking me questions before I leave? Let me move this back to the stove. Let's see. Doesn't that dessert look good? Okay, I'm going to try one. Oh, the peach juice is right. That peach. Y'all. I hadn't even got to the fruit yet, and I'm so happy. My glasses are so filthy. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Look at that. Y'all, that peach is still firm. It's not like mushy. It's like crunchy still. I can't quit eating it. It would be great with cream cheese. Like make a cream cheese, like little icing to, okay. Rhonda, shame on you. Because that would be delicious. Just like drizzle some cream cheese. Hi, Sherry. All right. Karen, you're here. Karen's my friend from Australia, and she's always saying she wishes she could catch these, but the time difference is so crazy. And so, yeah. Thank you. Like my kitchen, Miss Julia Ray. I love my kitchen. I'm so blessed. Doesn't that corn casserole look good? Denise, it is so good. Looks good. So Kathy, you can go back and rewatch it. All right, it's an old lady thing. I don't remember what I said, but now I appreciate that. Okay. If there are no questions, I'm gonna go. I've already eaten a full peach tart. Do your shopping. If you need Lizzie's party, it's in the post that's pinned here. If you need Judy's party, it's pinned here. If you came for another party and you are seeing this video and you have a friend that invited you and they're having a party, their link is in a post pinned at the top of this group. So go find their little party and do your shopping. And if you don't have a party that you were invited to, you're always invited to mine. So happy shopping, happy eating. Okay, love y'all. I gotta clean this kitchen now. Anybody want to do that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Love y'all. Bye.